have a statement on the Prime Minister's departure, and we are breaking that for our viewers at the moment as the PMO has released Prime Minister Narendra Modi's departure statement, where they talk about how the PM is embarking on an official visit for the Russian Federation for the 22nd annual summit, and this is the first ever visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the Republic of Austria as well over the next 3 days. My colleague Siddhant also continues to be with us. Siddhant, an official statement by the PMO there.
Well, that's right, Greha. We are getting this official statement by Prime Minister Modi. In fact, in some time from now, we can expect the pictures and videos of Prime Minister from the tarmac embarking on an official visit to the Russian Federation for 22nd annual summit. Perhaps, Greha, it's very important to highlight at this point in time the way Indian foreign policy is going. In fact, it all started, when Prime Minister went to G7 and met Joe Biden and other leaders from the Western world. Then he welcomed US bipartisan delegation here in Delhi after they concluded their meeting with the Dalai Lama. Prime Minister decided to snub SCO and perhaps delivered a very strong statement at SCO, which was read by EAM Jai Shankar. And then this bilateral visit, first bilateral visit to Russia, perhaps respecting the privileged and special strategic partnership with Russia, and also to hold 22nd summit level talks with President Putin. In fact, Greha, it's also very important to highlight at this point in time that during the Swiss Peace Summit, India didn't sign the joint communique, and India still believes that whenever there is a solution, then both parties should agree to that solution, and that was the reason that India backed off for signing that joint communique which was released. Now, this particular visit is important as in a row, 3 summits couldn't take place, first because of COVID and then because of the war going on in Europe. Yeah. This is for the first time that both President Putin and Prime Minister Modi will hold the summit after 3 years. Both were in touch. More than 10 telephonic conversations in last 3 years between President Putin and Prime Minister Modi. There are a lot of areas of cooperation which includes defense, trade, education, culture. But the priority is going to be obviously the payment mechanism, which is long standing. Yes. Right now, payment mechanism which is going on is fine, but there are deliberations to make it even better. Then obviously early discharge of Indians working in Russian army, that would again be taken up at a summit level because 30 to 35 Indians are still trapped in Russia. That is also going to be the priority. And the most important one, Greha, in fact, Foreign Secretary touched upon in his press conference, Vladivostok and Chennai connectivity domain. We could expect an outcome in that. Okay. That this particular domain was announced, or perhaps letter of intent was signed in 2019 when Prime Minister Modi went to Russia.
Absolutely.
This time we could see progress.
We will throw more light on that. I'm really sorry we have to interrupt you there because we need to play out certain more reactions on this. Remember, India has not yet condemned this war with Ukraine of Russia in the wake of the friendship between Russia and India that they share. What is happening to that? The Prime Minister is going amid that criticism that he has been receiving back home. Let's take a look at the reactions that have come in vis-a-vis that.
Well, the visit is very significant. It is taking place after a gap of 3 years. We have the tradition of annual exchange of summits, level meetings between the President of Russian Federation and the Prime Minister of India. And the last one was in 2021. So since then, a lot has changed around the world, but also our relations have expanded. Russia is now one of very important sources of crude energy resources in India. Also, trade have expanded in other areas.
Everybody's excited. Everybody knows about this thing. Russian media has been covering it very positively, and it's again the proud moment for the Russians because Prime Minister is coming for the first bilateral visit after his 3rd time coming to the power. So it talks too much for Russia, and Russians sees this is one more milestone in their friendship. So yes, Russians are excited. Indians are excited, and I hope something miracle is going to happen.
I'm learning Kathak dance for maybe 7 years, and I'm happy that finally I can present this beautiful, my favorite art form in front of Narendra Modi, and I'm happy that this event is happening, that Narendra Modi is visiting Moscow, and it means that relationship between two my beloved countries are really strong.